This is the story of Joseph in the book of Genesis. In the Old Testament, Jacob had Joseph, his beloved son from Rachel, and he loved him especially. But his brothers were jealous of Joseph, and Joseph told his brothers about his dreams. But they hated him even more. One day, Joseph went to see his brothers on his father's errand and was caught by them. And they tried to kill him, but his brothers, Reuben and Judah, spoke up and saved his life. And he was thrown into an empty pit and sold to Midianite merchants for 20 shekels of silver. The brothers showed Joseph's colorful coat with goat's blood and lied to his father, saying that Joseph had been eaten by a wild beast and died. When Jacob heard this, he fell into deep sorrow. Joseph went to Egypt and was sold as a slave to Potiphar, the captain of the Egyptian guard, where Joseph worked wisely and faithfully in Potiphar's household. Potiphar's wife, who had been keeping an eye on the handsome and honest Joseph, seduced Joseph, but when he was rejected, Joseph was falsely accused and thrown into prison. In prison, Joseph correctly interpreted the dreams of the king's cupbearer and baker. The cupbearer was reinstated, and the baker was executed. 2 years later, when Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had a strange dream, but no one could interpret it, the cupbearer remembered Joseph and recommended him to Pharaoh. Pharaoh's dream was of 7 fat cows grazing by the river, and 7 skinny cows slaughtering and eating the 7 fat cows. Joseph warned Pharaoh that there would be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine in Egypt, and suggested countermeasures to Pharaoh. Pharaoh appointed Joseph as prime minister, and Joseph wisely ruled Egypt. Jacob and his sons, who were living in the land of Canaan. When there was a famine in the land of Canaan, Jacob sent his sons to Egypt to buy food, and in the Egyptian palace, Joseph recognized his brothers, who had come to buy food, but his brothers did not recognize Joseph. Joseph told his brothers that he would sell them food if they brought him their youngest brother, Benjamin. So Joseph's brothers went back to the land of Canaan and brought Benjamin to buy food. When Joseph met Benjamin, he finally revealed that he was Joseph and forgave his brothers. After that, Jacob and his whole family came down to Egypt. And Joseph happily welcomed his father Jacob, and lived with him in the land of Egypt. After that, the Israelites lived in Egypt, until Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt.